Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin, or Isaac Comic Book Collector. What I do on this channel is I show off 4 books from random and I end on a key issue. Now I brought a bunch of books from home to show off, and while I was going through one of these boxes um, to kind of get the random books, I happened upon this issue, which then became a key issue. So I'll show that at the end. But the first comic I want to show off is Star Spangled War Stories, issue 184, with this Joe Kubert cover. And we have the Unknown Soldier. Um, just a bit of a weird one. I think from memory, this is the Unknown Soldier, and he's taken his bandages off. This was a weird concept in that he was a disfigured soldier who then thought, okay, I now have the chance to kind of go above and beyond what I can do as a soldier. But he kept his bandages on for the most part, and sometimes he would put like a face mask on, a la Mission Impossible. Yeah, just a weird concept, but a very fun concept if you're a war story fan, which I am. Yeah, I say this every issue. I say this every video. I'd love to get the full run, and I really would. Maybe one day, but today is not that day. But anyway, Star Spangled War Stories is the first issue on a shelf. The next one is Count Dante, issue 1 by Scout Comics, and it's called Count Dante, the unauthorized but sort of true story of the deadliest man who ever lived. Now, that's a long title, but it is, yeah, kind of true. I did look it up. Very, very weird. The Wikipedia entry for this guy is mind-blowing. And this series, for the most part, put it all out there. Excuse me. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, this series has showed off all the stuff that's true, all the stuff that's not true, and they just said this is the whole story, and you can take what's true, and then you can take what's false, and then you can leave it up to yourself to decide. It was very well done, and it was one of my first exposures to Scout Comics, and for the most part, they do some really good stuff. Yeah, I haven't bought a lot from them. Like, admittedly, I haven't bought a lot from them in the last, say, 6 months. But I'm always on the lookout for something that's interesting. But yeah, it's really interesting for me in that we have Scout Comics and we have Mad Cave, and these two publishers, they're kind of chipping at the heels of the bigger guys, and they're bringing out some interesting stuff. So it's well worth checking them out. This one is Scout Comics, and as you can see, scoutcomics.com, if you want to see what they've got on offer. The next one, the second last comic, is Shadow of the Bat, Batman Shadow of the Bat, issue 35 from 1995, and written by Alan Grant and drawn by Barry Kitson. For my money, I don't think Barry Kitson's a good fit for Batman, purely because Barry Kitson is more of a, say, Legion of Superheroes, Avengers kind of style, in that the action leaps off the page, whereas Batman, especially in Batman Shadow of the Bat, it's heavy inks, it's heavy darkness, and Barry Kitson's artwork is not that, but it's very, very good. I will not disparage his artwork. I'm just saying that I don't think he was a good fit for this series. But, you know, with a lot of things, I can be wrong. I am wrong on things. So if I am, if you think I am, please let me know in the comments down below. But this is just a random issue of Batman Shadow of the Bat. Now, the key issue that I found, now, again, I have to say, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about this, but I believe this issue, Uncanny X-Men issue 257, is this the first appearance of Lady Mandarin? I know it's a very heavily Psylocke centered story. Is this is it the first appearance of Lady Mandarin, or is it the first appearance of her sister, Quanon? I think they called her. Look, to be honest, the Jim Lee artwork kept me interested, but the melodrama, the storyline, kind of got lost on me a little bit. You had Psylocke and you had her identical sister running around, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care who. Is this Psylocke or is that Psylocke? We've got two Asian girls running around with swords. That's good enough for me. Just show that. Just show them, dispensing justice, dispensing mutant justice. That's all I really care about. As long as the artwork is nice, the story, particularly in here, it can kind of go by the wayside. And I have to say, this came out when I was in my teen years, so it had more of an effect on me, like in terms of art, than it did in terms of story. I will also preface this really quick, and this could be a bit of a controversial comment. I'm not a fan of Chris Claremont's writing style. His stories are great, and his concepts are great. I just think his execution is a little bit stunted in that he has way too much exposition. He has way too much dialogue. If only an editor had said to him, Chris, dial it back a little bit, let the story flow, let the art tell the story more than the words. But that's my personal opinion. I know there's a couple of guys like Lunch Money Comics loves Chris Claremont, loves that era of X-Men, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to knock anyone's love of that era. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about showing off books that don't get a lot of attention. It's showing off this medium that we all love. And my opinion is simply my opinion. It has no bearing on anyone else. So don't come at me. I'm not trying to say that if you love Chris Claremont's writing, then you are wrong. I'm definitely not saying that. All I'm saying is that I think he could just bring it back a little bit in terms of word count. So there we go. That's the video for today. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you at the next one.